official here on what better than. What's up, everyone? It's your boy Scott. Welcome to the Scott Report, and fall is here. And what better day to do this video than the official first day of fall, even though I've kind of pushed this back a few days already, but it is what it is. How you guys doing? Thanks for joining me. Today we'll be taking a look at what I will be watching for the fall anime season, and you know, with things being a lot more hectic than it used to be, this is more along the lines of gonna be like what I will be, I'll still be like what I'll be covering on the channel. Also, you know, what I'll be chiming in with, you know, like on Twitter and things like that for the fall season. Also, just in general, you know, what I'm watching, what I'm interested in watching. Give me a second, just getting everything set up. What I'm watching, what I'm interested in watching, you know, what I'll be reviewing, what I'll be live reacting to. And I can tell you guys right now, it's going to be a lot of live reactions this season. Like, I'm almost gonna say I'm probably gonna be a full reactor in the fall because the fall has so much heat that I wouldn't be able to just make, you know, individual videos on a lot of this stuff at one time because it would just be too much. And, you know, also I've already committed to, you know, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5, shifting the less reads that I had on the channel from, you know, less reads to live reactions. We're going to relive it all over with the anime again, so I hope I get that same, you know, reception and love that everybody was giving me for the less reads. Hope you guys come back and enjoy that all over. And we got some things that's not on this list as well. We got Thunderbolt Fantasy 2. Now, the trailer has been out for a while saying that Thunderbolt Fantasy 2 is coming in the fall, so your boy gotta do that. Thunderbolt Fantasy is a huge part of my channel, and honestly, it was Thunderbolt Fantasy that probably got me to the point where I am right now with, you know, these videos and things, so I gotta pay homage to that. So, however that's going to be, hopefully Crunchyroll picks it up again. We'll be getting it in for Thunderbolt Fantasy. We'll be getting it in for JoJo. So we already know those two already. And something else that's not on the list as well is Ruby. Ruby Volume 5 is coming back. I believe that's going to be October 23rd. Let me take a look at the calendar when Ruby's coming back. Because, you know, once again, it's going to be on that Saturday. So, 27th. So Ruby will be back on October 27th. So we're going to get it in for Volume 7. Not Volume 7, Volume 5 of that. That's going to be fun. People coming through the chat. Thank you guys very much for joining me. This is going to be absolutely fun. So, without further ado, we'll just play it by ear like always. I don't plan on these videos being an hour long, but they always end up being an hour long. So, I try not to read like every one of them. I just kind of like try to focus on what I'm going to, you know, watch for sure and go from there. But I always end up seeing something that catch my eye, and then I'd be like, you know, but hey, this is a stream. We're going to do what we want to do. Rhino, thanks for joining me. Yes, JoJo Part 5. I cannot wait to get into that. I've been seeing the clips, and that's something else I have to do today as well, or at least this week, or definitely by the end of next week. I just got to sit down and start watching the previews, because I haven't watched the previews of a lot of things, and it's going to be some change-ups as far as some things that I wanted to cover on the channel, too. Because, number one, Crunchyroll is actually showing the first 4 episodes of, I believe it's called Rewrite D? It's like Rewrite with an extra D in it. And, you know, people were saying that's like from the director of Steingate. And whenever you got sci-fi, whenever you got time travel, robots, or anything like that, I'm automatically hooked. So I'm going to have to check that out, but you know, it already started. And also, you know, I've already done a video on my first impression of Double Decker because, you know, over Crunchyroll Expo, they showed that, so they put the first episode up. So you guys can check my playlist and check that video out as well. And, yeah, and Netflix, once again, has put their hands into the anime lineup, and it's completely ruined things because I really wanted to review SSSS Gridman, or Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad Gridman, something I was very excited for. But unfortunately, you know, Netflix has it. Netflix is going to be streaming on their service in Japan, and it's going to be just like Baki to the point where, yeah, we might get the episode the day it released, but we might have to depend on fan subs. It might be a irregular schedule, and I'm so bummed out about that because that was one of the things I wanted to review, because whenever it comes to mecha, your boy got you, and something I was excited for, something about a show that I grew up with, and we'll get more into that when we get to Gridman in the list. Oh man, I'm disappointed about that, but yeah, just like Player One Mickey, thanks for joining me. What's good, my boy? Red God strikes again, and sometimes the Red God doesn't strike in the best ways, because when Netflix picks something up, they like to sit on it for eons. But without further ado, because I already know this video is probably going to be long, or stream rather, let's get started. Kira Happy Hicker something. No, I'm not reading that or watching that because it's kids magic. Fooly Cooly Alternative. Now, I am behind on Fooly Cooly. Right before, the first part of this core came, I actually caught up and watched Fooly Cooly because for a long time, that was a series that I hated. It's like, I tried to watch that when I was younger and I was like, what is this garbage? But as I watched it later on in life, as I was older and had more appreciation for the series, it was a lot better. And, it's only like 6 episodes, so it's not that bad for your time. I still have to catch up on the first core of Alternative. I think I only watched like the first 3 episodes, so... And that started pretty early, too. That started on September 8th. That was already going on Toonami. That's probably over by now, so I don't know if it's still going or not. Dicey G, thanks for joining me. There are many things I'm interested in the fall season. Very excited for Thunderbolt and Jojo. And I think we all hate when Netflix gets things because they hold on to it. Beatless Final Stage, and Beatless is still on. I watched 1 episode of that and I was done. And that was kind of weird. It was a weird place. I heard that like only 5 episodes were canon and the rest of like this 25 episode core, however long it was running, was like not canon, but apparently it was original. But apparently these are our final 4 episodes. That OP was fire though. Whenever you got Gardendelia, I'm probably butchered her name on anything. It's always good. Double Decker, Doug, and Krill. Now, again, I do have my first impressions for this up already. It's just so much. And again, I know I'm going to keep stopping again. I don't have a format for this, but the fall season is going to have some fucking heat. It is so much, leftovers coming back. It's so many sequels coming back. People are looking over a list and they're looking at it like, I don't know what I want to watch or if I should bother watching this, but it just depends on where you are in life. If you're still in that edgelord status where everything has to be sad and brooding or have some type of deep meaning, then yeah, the fall season probably isn't going to be for you. But if it's a lot of things coming back that people were waiting on, and the fall season is packed. I mean, just off the glance of the stuff that I've seen already, I'm excited. Even like some of the things that I don't know about seems pretty interesting, while other people are kind of like, I don't know. And me personally, the summer had a lot of things that I didn't think I would like at first, and then I end up liking it. And now I'm watching like Cells at Work. I gave Cells at Work shit when I've heard about what that was going to be, and now it's one of my favorite series. And Persona's in a weird place because Persona has to go over 24 episodes based off where they are right now. And, the fall is also always known as the indie season as well. Yuki Ali says, I can't wait for Katakuri Circus. PA Works. Yeah, PA Works always go in. But yeah, the fall is always known as the indie season. You always get the things that are kind of under the radar. If you look at the fall seasons of like the past 2 years, we got things like Bungo Stray Dogs. We got Drifters. You had Jojo going to Leftover. You had, Inuyashiki. And things like that. It's like the things that fall under the radar that you really have to be deep into anime to get into. And that's what I always like about fall, is that it always has that certain feel to it. The weather's just right, and it has things like that for you to enjoy. But back to the list, Double Decker, Doug and Krill, done by Sunrise, is an original product. This is also a spinoff to Tiger and Bunny, but they haven't exactly said how yet. And I haven't bothered to watch the rest of it is no rest of the episodes. Actually, only the first episode is on Crunchyroll right now if you want to check it out. And again, I do have a first impressions video on it. Action, comedy, mystery, superpower. It has like no synopsis, and I don't want to go over it again because I already have a video, but it seems like it has more the Kekai Sensen or, Blood Blockade Battlefront type of effect to it. Like, if you come into it and don't expect it to be super serious, you might actually enjoy it. But, I didn't really get grabbed by the first episode. I would probably watch 2 or 3 more just to see how it is, but I don't know. Let's see. Studio Dean's coming back with something. It's based off of a game. Ken in Ken Aoki Kagayaki. Adaptation of... So this is a manhwa? Action, adventure, demons, fantasy, magic, martial arts. That is everything I love. No, it's a Japanese RPG. It's an adaptation of Yanwan Sword, a series of Chinese RPGs co-produced with TV Tokyo and a series of Taiwanese companies. So this might be on some Thunderbolt Fantasy game. I'm interested in that now. Honestly, fall is the best. I can't stand summer and spring. Brings allergies. Yeah, that's the bad thing. Akane, Sasu, Shoujo, Action School, Sci-Fi, Dandelion Animation Studio, and Jumanji? No, that's Jumonji. It looks like something that I probably wouldn't be drawn into. It is original. What is it about? Girls in Crystal Radio Club. No, I'm not watching that. Let's see. Let's go through the list and like things that I am gonna watch. Let's see. I'll give this Ken and Ken. I'll give that a considering. Tensei Shitara Slime Data Ken. Oh, this is that life as a resurrected as a slime or something. You know, we've been getting a lot of isekai anime as of late, and all of them are garbage. Except Overlord and Sword Art Online, which is making a comeback. But I kind of want to check this out just to see how it is, but it's done by 8-Bit. But whenever I watch one of these isekais, I'm just never impressed by it. Like, what's going on? You know, that Rap City thing that we had and, you know, Death March and all those. I just wasn't interested in the series. But let's see what this is about. Japanese City Part 5 character previews. Yes, I saw all of the Part 5 character previews. And Reincarnated as a slime. Let's see. Lonely 37-year-old Satoru Mikami. Okay, so we're dealing with a seinen. Oh, you know what? Just because of that, I might be in for it because we're not going to be dealing with some high school kids. We're going to be dealing with some adults. Is in a stuck-in, dead-end job, unhappy with his mundane life. After dying at the hands of a robber, he awakens to a fresh start in the fantasy realm. That's a slime monster. Oh, that sucks because he is fodder. As he acclaims to his goopy new existence, acclimates to his goofy new existence, his exploits with other monsters set off a chain of events that will change this new world forever. So, you know what? That actually sounds pretty interesting. I'll give it a consider. I'll definitely watch the first episode and see where it's going. Maybe give it 2. Soto no Ken regenerates the second season. Hell no. I was excited for that because it was Fist of North Star, but that... And Polygon pictures usually do pretty good with CG, but this is so bad that I didn't even bother to watch after the first episode. Oh, we got Gonzo in the house again, so I'm there automatically because Gonzo is the spiritual successor of Manglo. Whether it's, you know, confirmed or not, you know, they gave me one of my most enjoyable anime of the year so far with Kokoku. We got Uchu Senkan Wait a minute, that's Tiramisu. Gonzo did that? Really? So I got hyped for nothing because I did not watch that at all. Okay, so I can't watch that. That's a skip. Bakarusi Bar Hunter. No, I was a kid, so I'm not watching that. Jingai-san no Yome. Comedy fantasy slice of life by Sateta. Hinoa Temari is a normal high schooler until one day he's told that he has to become the wife of a mysterious creature. Didn't we already see this with Ancient Magus' Bride? Wait a minute. He's told that he has to be... What? Huh? Wait. Did I read that right? Hinoa Temari is a normal high schooler until one day he's told he has to become the wife of a mysterious creature. Okay. That's a little bit weird. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Oh, man. Mr. Tonigawa, I'm not caught up on that, and I'm actually not finished with Kaiji. I'm still like in the earlier parts of season 2, so I'm definitely going to catch up on that when I can. Captain Tsubasa, again, another series that is a shame because this was 52 episodes, and it didn't get picked up by anybody, especially as popular as Captain Tsubasa has been. And it was a pleasant surprise because when everybody saw, you know, one, Cells at Work, and second, when people saw that Captain Tsubasa was done by David Productions, we all said, rest in peace, JoJo Part 5. We ain't getting that shit this year. And we are. So that was so good. It's only been a year to spare. You know, as big as a JoJo fan as I am, I give fans shit all the time by saying, you know, there's people out here who have waited years for a sequel. And you guys are complaining about 1 year for JoJo. Hell, look at the Index crew. The Index crew has been waiting for damn near 10 years to see Index 3. So... Just be fortunate that we're getting part 5 as quick as we're getting, and hopefully we get part 6 because I'm looking forward to that too. TMS Entertainment, which is a very good studio. You know, it brought me some things that I really enjoyed within the past few years. We got action, adventure, fantasy, sci-fi, space, and whenever it's sci-fi, I'm definitely there for it, at least just to watch. This is based off a game. Sora to Umi no Ada. The story is set in Onomichi, Hiroshima in the year 20XX. Fish disappear from the sea around the world and only whales live in the ocean. The Ministry of Fleshery decides to set up against giant experimental universal fish tanks. Oh, this is weird. I don't even want to read the rest of this. The Onimichi University Fishery Union is established and begins to train space fishermen. Female fishermen are in demand due to the strengthening of equal employment laws for men and women. Okay, that's getting a little bit real. That should be slice of life. 6 new female space fishermen are selected, and the story centers around support and growth. You know, it kind of reminds me of Spice and Wolf, how they're like basically focusing on economics with this. So I'll check it out. It's not for sure, but I'll definitely check it out and see where it's going. That sounds pretty interesting. And a lot of these things, I also don't know who's picking these up yet. They usually have something where you can tell here. So that's another reason why I usually wait until almost the end of doing these type of things, because then I can know who's going to pick up what and who's getting it. This reminds me of Planet Test. Yeah, it does actually, Yuki. Okay, this is what I was talking about. Re-Ride, or I don't know how you pronounce that. Are you supposed to say the extra D or what? But Re-Ride, I don't know. Toki Goe no Derera. Action, drama, sci-fi by Geek Toys. I have no idea who they are. Supposed to start October 3rd. It is an anime original, and actually Crunchyroll, as of right now, has the first 4 episodes to this. And people have been kind of hyping up this because they're saying either it's the director or the writer of Steins Gate is doing this. And Steins Gate is probably going to end up being in one of my top 10 anime of all time. I mean, I say that all the time. I have to shift that. I love Steins Gate so much that anything that has to do anything like that, I'm definitely going to be in. But let's see what this is talking about. In the year 2050, a young engineer named Derida Yane became famous for his contribution to the development of the autonomous machine DZ, a rebuilt the manufacturing company founded by his father. One day, Derida and his colleague Nathan discover a flaw in the DZs. Uh-oh, we got a robot uprising? And try to warn their boss, but they are ignored. Although Derida and Nathan are aware of the danger, they reluctantly decide to put off taking any measures and instead go to Nathan's daughter, Maga's birthday party. The next day, after enjoying a peaceful day, Derida and Nathan are suddenly attacked by unknown forces. At the end of the escape, Derida falls into a cold sleep machine, and 10 years later, he wakes up to a devastated world in the middle of war, where Derida is attacked by a group of out-of-control DZs. He almost gives up, but he recalls Nathan's last words: "Take care of Mage." Despite the harsh fate that has fallen upon him, Derida sets off to seek Mage. Beyond time, we reunite. This is a story of a journey for hope. And thank you very much, Live Chart, for basically giving me the entire first episode. I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to go. Yuki saying the director of Steins Gate and the original character designing their serial experiments, Lane. Those two alone are very credible sources, and just for that, I'm definitely watching this. I kind of want to do a repressions on it, but the fact that they gave us 4 videos at once, that's probably going to take a while for me to do. But that's definitely on my radar. We got Cloverworks in the house. So Cloverworks, getting their feet ready because they're going to be taking on a Promised Neverland, which I can assure you is going to be big, big, big if you don't know already. This looks like this is a comedy romance school. We got a chick in a bunny outfit. This is a very long title. Seihun Buta Yaro wa Bunny Girl Senpai no Yome no Minai. Okay, this is just too much shit for me. There's a rumor about a mysterious phenomenon called puberty syndrome. That's not a phenomenon. That's just like a fictional world. For example, Yakuda Azugawa is a high school student who suddenly sees a bunny girl appear in front of him. The girl is Mai Sakurajima, Sakuda's upperclassman, and is also a famous actress who has gone on hiatus from the entertainment industry. For some reason, people around Mai cannot see her bunny girl figure. Sukada sets out to solve the mystery, and he spends time with Mai. He learns her secret feelings. Other heroines who have puberty syndrome start to appear in front of Sakura. This sounds kind of like Kenshi. Tenchi, I'm sorry, not Kenchi. Anime with a bunny girl. Can't possibly go wrong. I'll check it out just to see where it goes. It looks like it doesn't have any word of who's picking this up. And again, I'm usually more prepared for this, but it's like now we don't find out who's getting things until like the week it comes on. You know, Bang Dream, you know, it's based off of a game. I actually thought about playing a game, not watching anime though. Zombieland Saga, again, Studio Mappa in the house. Another studio that cannot go wrong. Giving us a zombie series, action, horror, supernatural, done by the goats of Mappa. Have no clue what this shit is about, and I have not watched the trailer, but it's about zombies, so I am 100% in. I might do a first impressions on it. I believe Crunchyroll is actually getting this, and it looks like it's set to start October 4th, so it'll be something about this. I'll probably, at the very least, probably do my thoughts about the first video. I mean, it looks like we got zombified dogs, so that's going to be fun already. Angels of Death, that's a leftover. Very good series. Very solid series, although I'm a little bit confused on why it says Amazon Prime Video right here, and we all know that's on Crunchyroll. That's interesting. But yeah, I was excited for this series, and 16 episodes, so it's going to go into leftover. I think they have 4 episodes left that's going to go spill over into the fall. Definitely check this series out if you haven't. This is a series I felt should have came on in the fall just because of the feel of it, the atmosphere, and everything is going on. In the fall, I just feel that you need to just have a good, solid horror series. Devi Doll, studio to be announced. They don't even know what's going on with this itself. Pass. Gaku and Basara. Brains Base. Is this like a parody of something? It says Capcom's action game franchise. The Gaku and Basara school battle comedy parody. Reimages the Warring States era of Capcom's action. So is this Sengoku Basara? Pass. Bakumatsu, action, adventure, sci-fi. Studio Dean. Ooh, Studio Dean. Okay. 13 through 16 of Angel of Death are online exclusive of Amazon Prime Video. Really? Oh, thanks. See, you keep me dropping the knowledge, man. Theo, yeah, we kind of just started. I mean, we're a good way through the list, but these are pretty long anyway, so we still got some fun to go. Let's get into Bakumatsu, see what this is about. It's based off of a game. Kyoto, Japan, the hero meets a man who gives her a pocket watch, somehow leading to a Toruri and a shrine, and Celia wraps her into the Bakumatsu period. In a world where there's such a difference in importance and value, she tries to find a way to go back until we meet the man who has crossed time and says, I will live for you. A love story between two blossoms. Got some Inuyasha vibes with this. Let's give it a consider. I'll check it out. I definitely want to see what's going on with this. Zama 11, I haven't seen that in so long, man. I don't know if that's leftover or not, but that's old school. Tonari no Kyoketsu-san, comedy slice life supernatural vampire. Well, that's a 4-koma manga, so that's a short. A lot of people are excited for Yagare Kimi no Naru because, you know, we live in this age where Shonenai and Yuri and Yaoi and all that is just super popular. I'm not going to sit here and say that I hate it. I just hate when people start to ship characters that shouldn't be shipped. Like, there is no sexual tension between Keith and Shiro and Voltron, nor is there any between Bakugo and Deku, but somebody just wants these people to be together. A lot of people are saying that this is actually going to be pretty good. It's about Studio Troika. You know, it's a shoujo ai. Let's see what it's about, because I've been pleasantly surprised before. And you can never trust a book by its cover, because I know Banana Fish drove everybody crazy. So, Yu has always loved Shogo manga. In A Wasted Day, she gets a love confession that sends her heart aflutter with bubbles and hearts, and yet when a junior high classmate confesses his feelings to her, she feels nothing. Disappointed and confused, Yu enters high school, still unsure how to respond. That's when Yu sees the beautiful student council president, Nanami, turn down a suitor with such maturity that she's inspired to ask her for help. But when the next person to confess to you is Nanami herself, has our shoujo romance finally begun? It seems pretty spicy. A fan of Yuri, this is full-on romance between two female characters. Okay. I hope it's better than Citrus. Somebody said the same thing. I hope it's better than Citrus. I'll watch it. I'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm open to watch anything as long as it's entertaining. Hinomaru Zumo. Now, a lot of people are super hyped for this, and I'm definitely putting it on my watch list because I want to check it out myself because it's shonen. It's sports. It's martial arts. And I've been waiting for a more realistic type of martial arts series for quite some time because, you know, we have Baki, but Baki is so over the top that it can't be considered. And I think the last, you know, real martial arts where it isn't about super duper power-ups, even though it had it, that we probably got was, I want to say Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple. Now, this is about sumo wrestling, so, you know, technically that's still considered martial arts. You know, I would like just straight up, you know, in the ring martial arts, you know, Karate Kid style, but like believable. But I'm definitely going to be watching this. It depends on how hyped that first episode is what I'm going to do for it. But people have been hyping this up for a while, man. It's a divine ritual, a martial art, a combat sport. It's sumo. A small new student, of course, because he's always has overcome the odds. A small new student, Ushio Hinomaru, appears before the weak little sumo club of Odachi High School. The words big and heavy are the rules of this sport, which does not fit this newbie any inch. But this guy does, and does what? Okay, that's weirdly worded. Ushio and the small sumo club climbs their way to the top. The goal of Hinoshita Kisan, a title for the highest rank in professional sumo equivalent of Yokozuna. A fired up high school sumo tale. So it's definitely going to be an underdog tale because they're blatantly telling you that these guys are going to be undersized for a sumo team. So, you know, I'm definitely going to watch it because it's sports. And just like Miggy says, sports anime is always going to be hype. I mean, even if you just get down to the bare bones of it, like people who are over analyzing things like, you know, Megalobox. You can't sit here and say Megalobox was hype, no matter how flat or how uninspired or how unoriginal a story may have been. At sometimes when they get in those rings, when they start doing those ideals, when they start throwing down, it's always hype. Towaru Majutsu no Index 3. Welcome back. I have recently just finished this series, like literally last week. Everybody is excited that Index is back, and I actually implore everybody to give Index a chance and give it a shot. I definitely call it Falcon Punch the anime because the main character, you know, Toma, that's pretty much how he wins every battle. It's just with a punch, but he has a hand that can cancel magic. Index Season 3 hype. I would love to cover Index Season 3, and it's been so long that, you know, nobody's probably covered it. So it'll probably be fair game to jump into Season 3, but the thing is, we have to see where it goes. I mean, we don't have word of who's going to pick it up. Hopefully Crunchyroll, since they have 1 and 2, as well as Railgun. And a lot of people are telling me to actually check out Railgun. I just don't have the time. I just got a backlog and I can't watch it right now. But I'm hyped Index is back. I really want to cover this. And just like I said at the top of the video, if I could take it back to 2016 and cover like 3-4 videos a day, I would. But I absolutely can't, which is mostly why everything is really going to shift to live reactions. And it might be a review or two. And I really got to slim this down. But with Gridman being picked up by Netflix, that gives me a spot to review something. I don't know, guys. I want to get some Index on the channel. I really do. We'll just have to see where it goes. Corey in the House is never coming back. I thought that joke died. I tried watching a spinoff but didn't understand anything. Yeah, Theo, with Railgun, you can't really watch Railgun without watching Index because the things that are going on in Railgun is concurrent with Index. So it's kind of like how they did Danganronpa with, you know, the Future arc and the Despair arc. Like, you have to watch one episode of one and watch one of the other, or watch it right after or while you're watching side by side, because Index ties directly into Railgun. It's a baseball anime. You know, surprisingly, I haven't watched this yet. It's saying it in sports. I'm pretty sure it's not 1 ounce. We got music anime here. Kisui no Koe. You know, I haven't seen that many music anime. I glanced at Sound Euphorium. I still haven't finished Your Lie in April. Piano no Mori got lost in a storm of Netflix, so who knows when that's gonna be out. It's a manhwa, you know, and I always say this every time we do one of these videos, that I completely support digital manhwa, because as more popular these things get, the better chance that we would actually see the breaker come to life. And that would be fucking phenomenal. So let's see what this is about. The series follows a 16-year-old Louis who dreams of becoming a popular singer. However, he has neither good looks nor the financial means to pursue his dream. Oh, he just want to be an ugly singer. That sucks. Well, it worked for Seal. But so Hui uploads his singing online using a Fox avatar. It's pretty weird. Okay, see, comedy slice of life, Uchi no Mei, I know, I don't want to watch that. Dakatere Okato 1E something ni Odasare Imatsu by Cloverworks. Oh, it's a Shonen Ai. Wait a minute, so we got a Shoujo Ai and a Shonen Ai in the same season? And Cloverworks is doing both of them? Are these two connected? Guys, holler at me on that one, because that's interesting. Because we got this one about these two guys. No, okay, Troika's doing the other one. It just seemed ironic that we're getting a Shonen Ai and a Shoujo Ai in the same series. And I don't know if it was this one or the one about the girls. Everybody was saying you really ought to give it a shot because it's going to be good. But, you know, I'm looking at this first sentence and I don't know. Takoto Saijo has reigned as an idol industry's most huggable for 5 years. What the hell does that mean? That is until freshman actor Junta Azama Taiko was also considered brisk while Azama... I don't know. I'll check it out, see how it goes. But I know what you guys are waiting for. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. No, we gotta do it right. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 5, Vito Ario. Well, I can't say that now because it's gonna be going by Golden Wind. Oh man, I am so excited for JoJo to be back. Live reaction, 100%. Just like I'm doing Attack on Titan right now. Even if I'm late, you're still gonna get an episode of this. Episode count wise, you know, part 5 is about as long as part 4, so I'm expecting about 38-40 episodes. Definitely gonna be 3-core. Crunchyroll is picking it up. It's dropping on that Hot Friday because Friday is always overloaded in the fall. And we are going to get it in. I cannot wait to see you guys every week for JoJo. I'm going to try my best to do it on Friday night. It'll definitely be on Saturday if I can't do it Friday night. It's just going to depend on how work goes and schedule and all that. But it's going to be so good to see the family. The familia. Oh, man. And there's some pleasant surprises. And I kind of even don't want to read this because it might spoil some things. I mean, I can tell you guys now, Gold Experience is fucking broken. Mister's going to be my boy with Sex Pistol, and Narancia is that dude. And it's funny because Narancia's actually being voiced by the same, you know, Seiyu as Deku. So that's interesting. I think that's fitting because he's the youngest. And I believe Kuroko, the person that's voicing Kuroko, is actually the voice of Giorno. But, you know, for those who happen to not know what JoJo's about, because each part, you know, even though it is generational, it is a little bit different. Let's go ahead and read it. The original manga continues the story from the previous entries in Araki's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure manga. When Jotaro asks Koichi to travel to Naples to investigate a person known as Haruno Shiobana, whose real name is later revealed as Giorno Giovanna, the story then follows Giorno in his goal to rise to the top of the Passione Mafia group and turn it into a band of honorable thieves. I'm just getting excited just thinking about this right now because we already got the ED. I mean, we already got the opening. The opening is going to be done once again by Coda, who done the opening Bloody Stream for part 2, and that was fucking phenomenal. So we got Coda on the tracks, and it's being written by the person who wrote Cruel Angel Thesis from Evangelion. Let's go. The only thing I'm waiting on now is to find out what the ED is going to be, because per JoJo fashion, every ending theme has been an actual song. You know, the very first one, part 1 and part 2 gave us Roundabout. Part 3 gave us Walk Like the Egyptians, as well as the train ride home. Part 4 gave us, Soundgarden, I Want You. So I'm interested in seeing what we're going to get for part 5, because they usually stick with like the time, and part 5 is going to take place in 99, 2000. So it'd be interesting. I got a feeling it's probably going to be something popish. I know a lot of people are wanting Gangsta's Paradise, but I think even though that would be a good song for part 5, I think that's too far back with them keeping like more along the songs of the time. Gangsta's Paradise was like in 90 something. So I don't think they would use that. I can't wait. October 5th can't come quick enough, guys. Alright, so we're definitely getting in for JoJo live reactions. Kishuku Gakuro no Juliet. No. Something about a pink. Wait a minute. We got 2 penguin anime? Is that a penguin and we got Pingu in the city right under it? I'm not watching all one of them. That's just interesting. We got something about PA Works, and looks like I already have this marked, so it must have caught my attention. Drama Magic Urozuko Seikai no Ashita Kara. Anime original, set in the city of Nakazaki. The story takes place in a world where a minuscule amount of magic remains in everyday life. Hitomi Tsukihiro is a 17-year-old descendant of the witch family who grew up with stale emotions as she lost her sense of color at a very young age. Feeling sorry for her grandfather's future, Kohaku, a great witch, sends Hitomi to the past, the year 2018, through exchanges with her 17-year-old grandmother and her club members. The story follows Hitomi's growth as a person. This is going to bring the feels. That is why I have this marked already as a watch, because I'm 100% in with whatever this is. It just sounds like something that's going to be more along the lines of the Ancient Magus' Bride of this year. So definitely sign me up for that. Let's see what you guys talking about in the chat here. If we ever get a JoJo set in our time, they better use this pasto. Ping in the City's getting a sequel. Well, you're right, really. This is my top 3 most anticipated season. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys are hyped for JoJo, and I am too. Alright, so there's a lot of things we can skip. You know, I didn't know Ace Attorney got season 2. That's interesting, because I didn't watch it because I played the games, but I heard Ace Attorney sucked. So I'm not watching season 2. Moving along. Radiant. Okay, so this has been getting a lot of hype. This is actually a French manga, and this is something that I mentioned, before on social media, is that I recognize that the downfall of my channel was that I don't cover a lot of the super shonen battle type series. Every now and then I chime in for Boku no Hero. JoJo's considered a shonen, but it feels more like a seinen to me. I didn't cover Fairy Tail. I didn't get to 7 Deadly Sins the way I wanted to. And with the channel, I didn't cover things like that either manga-wise. So when it comes to something like Radiant, it's something that I'll watch, but if I'm going to cover it on a channel, probably not, because I like my little indie corner that I have here at the Scott Report. I like, just the feel that I'm talking about things that not everybody's talking about. Like Radiant, I can name 3 people off the top of my head right now who's probably going to have videos about Radiant every week. Chibi Reviews, Kid Otaku, Forever World, probably Memory, and somebody else. I mean, so many people are going to have videos on Radiant that it's just going to be flooded, and I kind of like having that little corner where I feel that people can come here and just talk about things nobody gets attention to. I am going to watch it, especially since it's done by Lurch, and again, this is based off of a French manga, I believe. We already locked in for 21 episodes. Seth is an aspiring sorcerer from the Pompo Hills area. Like all wizards, he's an infected, one of the few living beings who survived the contact of the Nemesis. These creatures falling from the sky that dominate and decimate all those they touch. His apparent immunity made him choose a path which seems to him to be all the more appropriate, to become a hunter and to fight the Nemesis. But more than that, Seth wants to engage in a quest that goes beyond the simple hunt for monsters. He wants to find the Radiant, their presumed cradle. Surrounded by a faction of sorcerers, he traveled the world in search of Radiant under a terrible eye of Inquisition. That definitely sounds like Fairy Tail. Oh god, Double 4 anime. Do not mention that guy, Caster. Please, no. Alright, so SSSS Gridman. Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. Is in the digital domain. Oh man, the 90s, what's up? 90s kids stand up on this one. Done by Trigger. Giant Robo series, or not necessarily a giant Robo series. I mean, is Ultraman still considered a giant Robo? Because that's exactly what Gridman is going to be. This is actually, you know, even though it says other here, but and you know, it's a Trigger anime. It's kind of being pushed as the original series. This is actually an adaptation because Gridman was been around since like '94, and it was a very short-lived and horrible series that we got here in America called Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. That was based off of Gridman. And it wasn't exactly wrong because it was just like Power Rangers. You know, like just like Power Rangers actually take, you know, the footage from the Japanese show and then they put the American actors into it. It did the same thing here. The 90s was an interesting time because pretty much everything that was centered for kids either had, you know, humanoid animals like Ninja Turtles, Biker Mice from Mars, Cowboys and Moo Mesa, or it was Power Rangers because we had a bunch of knockoffs. Not necessarily knockoffs, they were just things that didn't resonate well here. I mean, we had Power Rangers. We actually did get Kamen Rider, but it was in disguise as Mask Rider here. And there were some bad ones too, like Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills, Big Bad Beetleborgs, VR Troopers. Well, you know, VR Troopers was actually okay, but it was no shortage of these type of shows in the 90s. And to see that Trigger is actually picking this up, something that's dear in the heart to people in Japan, and they're actually doing a straight adaptation of it, I'm excited for it. And at the same time, I am upset because Netflix is getting this, and I really wanted to review this series, and now I can't because it's set for October 6th, which would have been a Saturday, but now we're going to have to depend on fan dubs. So it might come out Saturday, it might come out Sunday, it might come out Monday, and the subs might be horrible, and I just can't do it. I can't do this to you guys. It'll be too much of a delay. I really wanted to review this. I really do. But I can't. That angers me. Let's get into what it's about. Yuta Ibiki awakens with amnesia and the ability to see things that others can't. He first encounters a Gridman in the reflection of his friend Rika Tara's computer, and it tells him to remember his calling. But Yuta doesn't understand what that means. Later in the distance, he sees an extremely large monster, but doesn't move. It's only when Yuta gets to the school that the two sightings make sense. A monster attack and the hero Yuta saw in the computer screen pulls him within the computer and transforms Yuta into the giant hero named Gridman. Now, I will say this, if you're expecting this to be Darling in Franxx, it ain't gonna be Darling in Franxx. This is straight up Ultraman. If you do not know what Ultraman is, do yourself a favor and go watch it. I know how you 2000 kids are. You're gonna see something from the 70s and automatically think it's whack. But that's gonna give you an idea of what this is gonna be like. And also, you might want to check out Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. Maybe even just look up Gridman, the old series, just to get an idea of what you're going into. This would be more along the lines, if I had to, you know, point something out, it'd be more along the lines of Pacific Rim. I would say that, because it's going to be like Giant Robo versus Monster. So there's that. Sword Art Online. Alicization arc. 50 episodes confirmed. This is going to be 4 core. Oh my God, Sword Art Online is back. And you know, something that's interesting is that we're actually getting a resurgence of people who now want to admit that they like Sword Art Online, because we all know that it was a time that everybody acted like it was cool to hate Sword Art Online. Act like they was embarrassed to say that they liked Sword Art, but they still watched season 2. They still want to go see Ordinal Scale. And now everybody is hyped that we're getting to season 3. And they're even more hyped that we're getting, you know, 50 episodes of this. And I was one of those people who always said, you know, it had its downfall. You know, nobody liked the Alphenheim arc. That shit was trash. But season 2 was flames. And this Alicization arc is going to be fucking flames. And because I have a space open, but I really don't think I could commit to a 50 episode run for Sword Art. I'm going to be watching it for sure. Definitely going to be watching it. But, oh man. I have heard that this is probably the best arc in Sword Art. You know, we're actually going to see, you know, Kirito not be super broken. And we're going to get introduced to some new characters. So I'm interested in myself. I really enjoy Ordinal Scale. If you haven't checked out Ordinal Scale, please do before you watch this. Because Ordinal Scale is actually canon. Or if it isn't canon, it's something at the end that leads right to this. So you might want to check it out just because of it. Because pretty much everything that's going on in Ordinal Scale leads to what's being built with Alicization. There's that. Goblin Slayer. Now, I will be doing reviews for this. I'll tell you guys, I'll be doing the reviews for Goblin Slayer, done by White Fox. Started October 6th, which is a Saturday. Action, fantasy, and I will tell you, this shit goes in. And there's many adaptations of it. There's a light novel as well as a manga. I've read the manga, and I can tell you guys, this series is on berserk level. I mean, these goblins are fucking fiends. These goblins are nudity, rape. This is going to be horrible. It's done by White Fox, so I know they're not going to butcher it. It's just the nature of the content that we're going to get with Goblin Slayer. I wonder how much they're going to censor. I know a lot of people are saying that they'll probably just allude to this happening, but I can tell you guys, within like the first 20 chapters of the manga, woo! All right, yeah. Did you see Berserk movie 3? Or, you know, the whole Casca and Griffin thing? Just imagine that with goblins. Okay, anyway, Goblin Slayer. A young priestess has formed her first adventuring party, but almost immediately they find themselves in distress. It's the Goblin Slayer who comes to their rescue, a man who's dedicated his life to the extermination of all goblins by any means necessary. And when rumors of his feats begin to circulate, there's no telling who might come call it next, because the only good goblin is a dead goblin. That's going to be the quotable of the year. I cannot wait to see how this goes. Depends on the TV networks, and there's a limit. Yeah, I think if it comes on like really late night, they might be able to get away with a lot. Release of Spice. Now, this is actually something, when I actually saw the preview of it, I was interested in it. It's definitely something I want to watch, just to see how it is. It's an action, it's a comedy series about a girl named Momo who attends high school at the city of Sorozaki. However, she is secretly a member of Tsukikage, an intelligence agency that protects people. As a new member of the agency, she works alongside her colleagues, including her senior Yuki and friends. Together they work to establish peace in the city. So it's like the Berserk Trolls, but with goblins. Exactly, Caster. That's exactly what Goblin Slayer is. You know, I forgot about this. You know, we're getting the final season of Fairy Tail, and oh, fuck that series. Because, I'll be one of the people to say that I liked Fairy Tail when it started. And this was also during my shonen years where all I watched was shonen. And that last arc was fucking horrible. It's already to the fact that, you know, Fairy Tail, they never lose. They always win by friendship. And especially Urza. It's like Urza's undefeated in this series. Just because she's Urza. I'm not watching Fairy Tail. Goes back to what I was saying. I can easily cover this series. And it probably would skyrocket my channel because it's shonen. This is what people want to see. But it's just not the type of thing that I bring to this channel. Ulysses John the Ark to Reckons no Kishi. It has John the Ark in it, so I'm automatically interested. Axis, I'm not familiar with this studio. During France's 100-Year War with England, Monty Mercy is a son of a noble, immerses himself in the study of magic and alchemy at a school for knights. Wait a minute, magic, alchemy, and knights? That's interesting. However, after France's defeat in Alga Court, the school is disbanded and Monty Mercy is forced to flee. While on the run, he meets a miraculous village girl named Jeanne. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. I hate the writing, but it's enjoyable. Oh yeah, I'm not going to say Fairy Tail isn't enjoyable, but, you know, going through the manga, that final arc, whoo, I thought Bleach was bad. Jesus. Anime, yeah. Wait a minute, is this a cheerleading anime? That's a 4-core manga, so it's a short. Capsule Hotel, whatever that is. Nope, not watching that. Not watching Gakuso Shoten no Honda-san. Nope. He told me a house. Nope. Golden Cowboy Season 2. Golden Kamuy is one of those things that I wish, in retrospect, I went back and I covered it, because Golden Kamuy was hands down one of my favorite series of the spring season. And I'm glad we're back to season 2 so soon. I'm glad we didn't have to wait so long. Now, I don't know if it was already confirmed that we were going to get 24 episodes and they did a split core. But either way, I'm glad it's coming back for a season 2. I'm glad we didn't have to wait eons to get a season 2 again. If you haven't checked out Golden Kamuy, definitely check it out. It's more along the lines of, it kind of has a JoJo feel to it. I mean, I'm pretty sure since it's a season 2, nothing's really different than what they said in season 1. So I'm not really going to read the description because it's already out. Tokyo Ghoul Re, second season, and this is going to be a fucking clusterfuck. This is going to be a bonfire because they're going to cover the entirety of Re in 12 episodes. 160 chapters and 12 episodes. Now, I'm one of those people who I'm able to say, you know, the manga and the anime are two different things, but we already know what's going to happen. We're going to get video after video after video after post after post after tweet after everything of how bad this is going to be compared to the manga from people week after week after week. And I still beg the same question, that if the shit is so bad, why do you still watch it? You know who you are, Chibi. I accuse my boy Jojo. I get Jojo some flack for it too. It's like, if it's so bad, why do you watch it every week just to get your blood pressure up, just to complain about it? We all know that Perio is gonna fuck it over. The second half of Re actually kind of redeemed it. You know, people came in like, you know what, it's not that bad. It was pretty good. Once they got to the second half, the pacing started to slow down. They started to do things a little bit better. And now we get a second core that's going to cover 160 chapters in 12 episodes. I'm going to watch it. And I'm also going to be sitting with my feet up looking like Joker to see everybody go crazy while they're watching the series, talking about how much they hate it every week. All right, so Conception, action, adventure, fantasy, harem, magic, romance. The story of the game revolves around Isuke Yoge, a high school student who finds out on the day of his graduation ceremony that his cousin and childhood friend Maharu is pregnant. Immediately after, Isuke and Maharu are taken to a magical world. Whoa. How do you go to a teen pregnancy to a magical world? Like, how does that even work? This is done by Gonzo, though. I'll watch it. I'll see where it goes. Okay, kind of curious Circus. Now, I've heard a lot about this series. I'm gonna watch it. I mean, I've heard a lot of hype about it, but I don't know what it's about myself. And it definitely looks like something that I will watch, you know, to spare the time. It's coming on October 11th, so that is like Thursday. It's probably nothing popping on Thursday anyway. Let's see what this is about. Masaru Saiga, a 5th grader boy who aims to become a puppeteer. After Satoshi Saiga, the CEO of a giant home telephone maker Saiga, and Masaru's father passes away. Masaru inherits 18 billion yen. Masaru is targeted for his wealth and is saved by 2 people. Narumi Kaito is a man who has studied Kung Fu and has a weird illness called Zonafa Syndrome. And Shirogane is a silver-haired woman who controls the puppet Harukan, Harley Quinn. Together, Masaru, Narumi, and Shigare get thrown into various conspiracies by those who would try to steal Masaru's fortune. That actually sounds hype. I'm going to get that watch. I'm definitely going to watch that. Yes, Re did end. Tokyo Ghoul Re ended like, what, 2 months ago? So they're actually going to adapt the manga from beginning to end. And the reason why I know that is because of some of the things they have like in the graphic here, like in the image. All that stuff is in game. That is the end of the story. So yeah. Wait a minute, Katakuri Circus is done by the same director as Ushio Tora and Trigun? Oh, definitely count me in. Let's see what else we got. Ingress to Animation, which again, this is picked up by Netflix. So yeah, who knows when we're gonna see that? Just by the cover of it, it looks like it's a Psycho-Pass knockoff, but I'm all for that because I love sci-fi. Really looking forward to it. Who knows when we'll see it? Let's see what it's about. Since he was little, Makoto had a strange power which enabled him to read the memories of objects he touched. Hiding his uncontrollable power, he works as a special agent in the police force. One day, while investigating the explosion at a laboratory that researches an unknown substance called XM, he sees a mysterious memory. The memory was from Sarah's ring, who was the sole survivor of the accident. It was a sight of a person being swallowed into the red light and disappearing. Makoto becomes embroiled in a massive conspiracy. The battle for XM, a material that could affect human mind, starts now. We got some futuristic Psycho-Pass banana fish shit going on. Well, I'm definitely in for this. Again, with it being covered by Netflix, hopefully this would be one of those series, and maybe even the same thing with Gridman. Hopefully it'd be one of those things where Netflix just puts it out, like here's all the episodes right now, and hopefully we won't have to wait like 2 seasons to get it. We got Banana Fish in the second core. I've read the manga of Banana Fish, and if you guys are hurt now, oh man. Banana Fish was a pleasant surprise. I'm glad I decided to watch it. I'm glad I didn't listen to the people who were shitting on it because the description. And Mappa goes the fuck in. I love Banana Fish. It is a great series. Definitely watch it if you haven't already. And I think that is the end of this. Oh, no. We got one more thing coming. We got a track series coming from Production IG. And why does this dude look like Kageyama from Haikyuu? Which I'm a little bit disappointed by because, you know, they had the compilation movie for Haikyuu that's going on right now, like over the weekend. And we didn't get an announcement for season 4. So I guess Production IG is going to make it up for us by giving us a track anime called Kaze ga Tsukiyo Futeru. Definitely watching it. It actually has a real black guy. And it's like, you know, like, I like that finally African Americans are being, or African Japanese, or whatever you want to call them, black people in general are being represented better in anime. Like, I remember seeing the preview, and this guy has a taper just like me. He looks normal. He doesn't have like the big lips and stupid voice. So just for that, I'm gonna watch it. Tokyo Hakone Round Trip College Ekiden Race. Hakone Ekiden is one of the biggest university marathon relay. Okay, so they're not high school either. These are college students. One of the biggest university marathon relay races in Japan. The race is held every year in Japan on January 2nd through 3rd and goes on between Tokyo and Hakone and back for a total run of 217.9 kilometers. The friendship between two sideline athletes helped them return their beloved sport and build a team for a competitive long-distance race. No count on the videos yet. Yeah, Mob Psycho is in winter. Winter is going to be hyped too. But yeah, that's pretty much what we got for the fall. So in review, I can tell you guys for sure what's going to be on the channel will be live reactions to JoJo Bizarre Adventure Part 5, as well as Ruby Volume 5, live reactions to Thunderbolt Fantasy 2, whenever we get word of that. And I feel like I'm missing a reaction. Ruby, JoJo, Thunderbolt Fantasy. Okay, maybe just 3. Review-wise, I will be reviewing Goblin Slayer. If Gridman can actually get a decent release, I'll be reviewing that. Index is more of a review. You know, Index probably would be a cool reaction type of series. Because, you know, with the comedy, the flow that it has, I think that would be more reaction worthy than review. We'll just have to see. But for sure, Ruby Volume 6. I've been saying Volume 5 this entire video. Thank you for correcting me, Caster. Ruby Volume 6. JoJo and Thunderbolt Fantasy 2 whenever we get data on it. That's going to be the reactions. Review is going to be Goblin Slayer, and I really want to add something else. Also, we have to keep in consideration that I do still cover Promised Neverland, especially with it being in the final arc with the manga, even though that may be a while before it's over. But if we went down this list, let's just take a look at, if I went through everything that I'm reacting, everything that I'm covering, everything that I'm watching, let's see how much we got for the winter. You know, I'll go ahead and count double decker. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 because the leftover. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 will release the spice. 19, 20 with Golden Kamui. 21 with Tokyo Ghoul. Conception 23. Katakuri Circus 24. Ingress 25. Banana Fish 26. Kazega Futeru 27. Thunderbolt Fantasy and Ruby. That is 29 things that I'm watching in the fall. Oh my God. And a lot of these things are things that I'm for sure watching. That's not even things that I'm like, you know, that's not even things that I'm like saying that, you know, I'll give it a shot. These are things that I'm like guaranteed watching. At least 15 of these. And we got 29 things that I'm watching in the fall. And then, you know, with the fall season, we got football. Oh, man. Games coming out. I just wish I was rich and I didn't have to work and I can just indulge in my hobbies the whole time. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. This is going on long enough. So thank you guys very much for joining me. That was this year's what I'm watching for fall. Definitely chime in if you're just catching up on this later and watching it. Let me know what you guys are looking forward to. Let me know what you're watching. If it's something on this list that I have in the past and you think I really should give it a shot, let me know and I'll go ahead and check it out. But I think I pretty much covered this whole list. And I'm damn near watching everything on it. Thank you guys for joining me as always. It's always a pleasure to have you guys. You know the drill. If you like the video, go ahead and drop it a like. If you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because there's not a shortage of content for you guys to indulge on this channel. And as I always say, you guys can be anywhere on YouTube right now. Just chose to listen to me. I really appreciate that. So thanks for stopping by. Be sure to hit that bell so whenever I go live, drop a video, all that good stuff, you'll be notified. Your boy's hungry. It's time to get my edition of Shokugeki no Scott going and get something to eat. And I'll see you guys soon. So on that note, it's your boy Scott signing out. See you soon.